This is part 4. The cultural environment. So my environment has changed a bit throughout my life, and I think that has also helped change me. So when I was younger, I used to live in this really nice, safe neighborhood that a lot of my childhood friends were in. I live I was living there since I was a baby. Yeah, all the way up until I want to say my 8th grade year, my 7th, 8th grade year. But that neighborhood was really safe, and I have a lot of great memories there because that's where I feel like I made like the strongest connections with those childhood friends because we practically grew up together. And as time went by, most of them started moving out of the neighborhood and got a little more dull, and then other people started moving in that kind of weren't as personable or approachable, and didn't really keep that same peaceful vibe in that neighborhood. So as the years went on, the neighborhood kind of got polluted with more wrong than right, and I guess that's what started driving people away from the neighborhood that kept that right in the first place. Kept the peace and the tranquility and all that. And anyway, I have most of my most best precious childhood memories come from that neighborhood because it was so safe and there was such a happy time, and it was all carefree when I was younger. I had no worry in the world at all back then, and I miss that. But anyway, as time went by, we moved, and this new area. I'm not saying that it's like a horrible, really bad area, but it's nowhere near as good and safe as my own neighborhood. Like there's more crime here, a lot more crime. My brother and mom have both had their cars broken into numerous times, which is something that we didn't have to worry about in our old neighborhood. And there's no like gang activity or anything, but people like to like practice firing off their firearms like in the sky sometimes, or they used to. They haven't done it in a really long time actually. But they used to scare me back then because the sound of gunshots really rattled me. I don't know why, but it just really did really bother me back then. But over time I kind of got used to it because I started hearing it so often. But I want to say now it is slowly getting better, whereas crime wise we have a security guy that patrols the area now, so he watches over and kind of like maintains it, the order. um so the crime is definitely lessened in this area, but I want to say as the crime left, it seems like the neighborhood is getting like dirtier. Like the violent crimes have gone, but like the neighborhood itself is getting like trashier. Like people aren't looking after after the streets and the hygiene. There's always like garbage all over the place, and they don't clean up after themselves at all in this area. That's pretty disgusting. Really disgusting, you know. And one thing that really angers me, we have a store right up the street, and every time like on the way to and from the neighborhood, you always see like the shopping carts from the stores just left out. Like people will actually take the shopping carts all the way from the store and bring them all the way to the neighborhood because they don't feel like carrying their own stuff. And that's really annoying and ghetto to me. I hate that. But yeah, so that's my cultural environment.